We serve a big God. We serve a God of the universe, but we also serve a personal God, a God who speaks to us, a God who sees us, a God who knows how to communicate uniquely with his children, just like we do with our own. If you have children or grandchildren or a niece or a nephew or, just even a special friend, we know how to speak to them in a way that lets them know that they're seen, they're heard. When you go shopping for a gift for that special someone, you know what to get them because you know them. And that gift, when they receive it, it means so much because it speaks to them personally. And our God is the same way. In fact, it's something that I want you to know so much that I wrote a book recently, just published it. That one of the reasons for the book was to help you see that God wants to speak to you, and I do that by sharing how He has spoken to me. And that is finding money on my run. When I'm out running, something that I've done from the time I was a child, and I share about it in the book. I found money that first day, that one day when I was a young girl. And over the years, I have continued to find money when I'm out running or walking. And that is just a little way that God speaks to me, and He's taught me lessons along the way. And along the way, I have shared those on social media posts. Maybe it's just a message that, just like a coin that was lost and now it's found. You and I were once lost, but when we embrace Jesus and when we bring Him into our lives, we are found. And so as I continue to share finding money and some of those lessons that God was teaching me through finding money, people started asking for a book, for me to write those down. And so when I'm running, Finding Money and Meaning became a book. It is now a book. And in that, I share those lessons. And of course, you can apply those lessons to your own life. But also, it's just an example of how God speaks to me. And He doesn't just speak to me, He can speak to you too. And it might not be that you're going to start finding money when you're out running or walking, but are there little things? Is there something that shows up when you need it most? I was talking to someone and she said that, when there was a hard day for her and a special bird, she saw that bird. And now, over the years, when she's had a bad day or when something's been going on, she's noticed that bird shows up. She sees it somewhere. And that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, that God will do the same thing for you as He's done for me, as He did for her. It might be that you notice that you look at the clock at the exact same time every day at 11:14, and you think, there's something about that, that time, what is He trying to teach you? And it might not be teaching anything at all. It might just be saying, I see you. And this is our little special thing. I've got one son that I text him about Purdue basketball. And that's kind of our thing, that we can talk about that and I can text him about that. But that wouldn't mean much to my other son, who is an IU fan. So, as a mom, I know the ways that I can communicate with my boys that mean a little something, that connects us in a way that, is different than with anybody else. And so, like I said, that's, one of the reasons to write this book is first and foremost for you to look for ways that God is wanting to speak to you, that He is saying, I see you. But the other thing, I wrote this, of course, I'm a devotional author at the core. I love to write devotions. I like to show you how that our faith and our fitness can intersect. And so in this book, there are also devotions that will hopefully inspire you to get up, get out, and start moving a little bit. And there are just some other fun things that, fun stories that I share in the book as well, just to, again, give you a picture of, God is involved in our entire lives, in our faith and in our fitness, in the day to day. When we look for Him, He can be found. He wants to get our attention. He wants to speak to us through His Word. He wants to inspire us through His Word, but He also wants to show us that He is a personal God, and He will speak to us. So I hope and pray that you will look for Him today, that you will recognize the way that He is speaking to you, that He is showing you that, yes, I'm the God of this universe, but I am also your God, your Father, and I see you. You can find my book on Amazon, and if you're local to Shelbyville, Indiana, you can find it at the local bookstore, Three Sisters. So again, I thank you for being here. Thank you for considering this book. Thank you if you were one of those people that said, you need to write this down, because it spurred me to write this. And so now I've created the book. And so it was brought a lot of joy to me in writing it and putting it together, and getting even having some of my fellow Shelby Roadrunners on the back of the book, and a local photographer to help me with the book cover and everything. So it's been a fun project, and I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I have enjoyed putting it together.